Amazing. I don't know if you've ever had the experience where you've been procrastinating on something or several things about life, and this one is in the context of work and business. I've just finished a session this evening with a wonderful client. They took part in my 12-month coaching program. So it's a mix of group coaching sessions, monthly group coaching sessions, plus the option to do private one-to-one online Zoom coaching. And that's the option that they went for. They have gone from running 0 workshops for the past 6, 7, 8, however many years it's been. I stopped counting when they got to about number 15, but they ran in the 12 months that we've been running together, they ran 12 monthly calls because they set up a program where they're doing monthly calls with the group that they've curated. They also have run a series of workshops. They ran another series of workshops. I think there were 5 in that particular series, and 3 of them were paid workshops. They're also starting to do paid monthly circles. Absolutely amazing. And not only have they run, I think probably maybe even more workshops than I've run last year. Well, not if you don't count the corporate ones. And they have also got their calendar. They've set out all of the workshops they're running this year right through till February 2027. And today it's the 1st of April. 2026, they've got a calendar almost 12 months in advance, and everything is mapped out. They've got all the titles of what they're going to be running. Just amazing. And another big thing for them was procrastinating on their website, getting the website done, rebuilding the website, giving a revamp. That's been going round and round in circles as well. So if you have ever been in the place where you know that there are things that you absolutely want to do, and for whatever reason, you are just not doing them. You're going round in circle, you're spinning your wheels, even though you've been really trying to push the needle. Wow. And this started straight out the gate because they started running those workshops, which is not only a gift to the people that they're serving, also a gift to themselves as well. So if you have ever, 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 ever been in that scenario where you have been trying your hardest and you're just not moving the needle, then this is definitely for you. And you can join us for the next, now going along the ticker tape, it's a long URL, so depending on where you're watching this, I'll put the link somewhere, but you can join us for $12. It's £8.88, but it's the equivalent of 10 of about $12 if you want to join the strategic growth experience. It happens just to be the next call in the series because we're starting year 2 now, so it's open and you don't have to do the full year. Everyone, I had one person who did, I think, the first 5 or 6 months. Someone else who has said every year they do a new modality, so they're not going to do this year with us, but everyone else is like, yeah, I'm in. But you don't have to. You can unsubscribe at any time, but you can join us for the next workshop, which is a full experience. However, it's a really good idea to see if something is for you. Are we a good fit? So you can come along for $12, £8.88. It's going to vary. It's £8.88 that it's set up for, and it depends which site you're on, because I've got an English site and a US site, but it works out to about $12. So if you want to come and see if it's a good fit, use the URL that's going along the bottom of the ticker tape. But I'm telling you, the difference between sitting there going round and round in circles or actually taking action and getting things moving, for me, I'm going to say that is pretty much priceless. And I always say it's less than the price of a fancy cup of coffee. I don't actually drink tea and coffee, not commercially. I'm a fan of herbal tea, so today I've got some dandelion tea. Cheers! But literally, I think if you went a mocha choca waka waka whatever, you could probably easily spend $12, £8 or close to on that, and maybe you get a sticky bun with it as well. So yeah, if you want to try it out, it will be the full course. This one's going to be slightly different if you want to join us for the one that's happening this month, next week actually. And we're doing next Thursday, 6:30 p.m. UK time. We're back into the regular time zone now. So that's 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. We've actually got a guest speaker for this one because I've invited my resident clairvoyant to come along and do a channeled reading for the group. So I think I've had one other guest speaker, and I do want to do more of the guest speakers because it's nice to have someone other than me. But if you're coming to April, it's going to be slightly different, but typically it includes, we always start with a recap of people who've been there the 1 month before. Let's do an accountability check-in. What did you say you were going to do? Have you actually done it? How did you get on? If you didn't do that, what did you achieve instead? We have one of my favorite pieces from photo reading. It takes about 30 seconds. It is an absolute powerhouse process. And I always say to people, it's a brilliant one. You can use it daily, you can use it weekly, you can use it monthly, you can use it quarterly. It's fantastic. So again, we always start with that as a real good refresher and a reminder about what you've achieved. We have whatever the, because one of the things I said when we're about 7, 8 months into it, I said, what do you really enjoy? Is there anything you want me to do more of, less of, etc.? Everyone said, no, good as it is. And if we were going to change anything, we'd like more modalities and more clearing. So as part of it, we do a clearing process each month. We've done a load of stuff: past life regression, future life progression, of course, HUNA, access consciousness, OTH, opening the heart. We've done a lot of processes. As I said, this time round, the process is going to be a guest speaker who does the clairvoyant and channeled readings. We always do a mini Pomodoro session as well, because one of the things I want is, don't just come and have a good, don't get me wrong, it's lovely to come and have a good old chat. Everybody enjoys catching up. You're not on camera either, people can be if they want. Most people are just in the chat, and there's a private chat and there's a private Q&A if you don't want people to see what you're asking. And I also set it up so that you can join the room anonymously, so even I don't know who's asking the question. But it's not just a talking shop and a hangout. With the mini Pomodoro session, the idea of that is that every single person leaves the session having achieved something, having put something into action, or having started something. And then, of course, we do the accountability setting at the end in terms of, okay, what are you going to do for the coming month? And it was really lovely to do the recap last month with the progress people have made, the things they've achieved, and just absolutely fantastic. So yeah, just thought I would share that one with you. So if you want to join one of the standalone sessions in a box, then use the link that's going along the bottom of the ticker tape. Depending on where you are, I'll either put it in the description if it's on something like YouTube, or it'll be in the comments if you are on Facebook or LinkedIn. But yeah, come and join us. And if I were putting into words some of the things that we do and some of the things that people have said, I've said, what is it about it that you've really enjoyed over the past 12 months? So some said the Pomodoro session, some said time for you, so taking time for yourself. Others said the whole thing about mindset, because we're doing different things every single month, the results that they've achieved, the group support, putting things into action, the therapy tools. Everyone has had a slightly different take and idea. But for me, the reason I designed it in this way is there really will be something for everyone. And of course, I take requests as well. But for me, it was about creating that sense of clarity, consistent results, building momentum behind what you're actually doing and actually getting it done. And so, yeah, so congratulations to the person that I've been working with this evening. Well done. Super duper proud of you. Oh, and they're doing their first ever speaking engagement as well, where they're going to be speaking at an online conference, which is an online summit, I should say, not a conference, a summit. Again, absolutely amazing. They've not done that before, and the opportunity came up. I was speaking, and the person who's organising, well, we're organising it together, we were just thinking who would be a good speaker, and I thought, you know what, I think this particular client is ready now. So I put them forward. They were accepted. So they're on the speaker program, speaking alongside me as well, which I think is amazing. And I'm pretty sure that once they've done this one, whoosh, I'm going to see them on podcasts and interviews all over town. So that is, again, very, very exciting. So absolutely well done. Congratulations. You know who you are. I haven't said I'm going to do this. I won't name them just in case I don't want to be named. But they normally are fine with it, but I haven't spoken to them about it, so I'll just leave it as anonymous. And I would say also for this one, if you're thinking about, okay, is it right for me? Number one, join us for the next session, or if you can't make the one in this month, then I'll let you have, because what we do in terms of choosing the date for the next session, we're pretty much in a rhythm now. However, at the end of each call, those of us who are there live, we all get our calendars, our schedules, etc., and we decide on the date for the next training, the next group coaching call. The reason we do that is I want everyone who's there who wants to be able to attend live to be able to attend live. So we do a bit of like a little bit of date bartering, but then we put the next date in the diary. So I pretty much have an idea of what it's going to be, because in the last 12 months, we've pretty much always done a Thursday. um Typically the second Thursday of the month. However, it's changed a few times, my schedule or other people's schedule. However, the official date, once we've run the one next week, I will then let you know what the date for the next one is and give you a rough idea, a pencil in of what the one is after that. So choose a session you can come to, and the $12 or the £8.88 is a one-off, just so you can get a sense, is it for you? And then from there you can join on a more regular basis. And I would say one of the things that has been very common in just being out and about, speaking to people, networking, is what I call the success ceiling, where speaking mainly a lot of the time to women, but I've had the same conversation with some men as well, and they've got fantastic experience, achieved a heck of a lot in their lifetime, had incredible results, done some amazing things, highly skilled, educated, done the training courses, been around the block a few times, as the old saying goes, yet they've hit a success ceiling and they're almost tying themselves up in knots, or it feels like things are stagnated. And this is different to the glass ceiling. The traditional glass ceiling is you're rising up the ranks and then you hit, oh no, you've already risen up the ranks. And so this isn't about the glass ceiling. This is about the next level for your own success, the next level for your sense of direction, where you're going, what you're doing. And sometimes that's just about getting clarity. At other times, it's a bit of a neurological reset. At other times, it's about gathering, it's about taking stock, and it's about reconnection. So it's going to be slightly different for everyone in terms of how you find yourself at the success ceiling. But one of the things I found is people, when they describe it, it pretty much sounds like the same phenomenon. And they're often people of a certain age. I'm going to say typically in their late 40s, but typically I'm finding 50s and 60s, even 70s. And of course, it can happen to people at any age. You could be a super high flyer at the age of 25, 30. But yes, if you feel like you're in that success ceiling thing where you've got some really fantastic body of work under your belt, and now you're like, okay, what's going on here? Your foot is on the gas, but you're not really going anywhere. And sometimes it's about the change of direction. For me, if I'm going to put it into terms that many people will get, the archetypal journey, where you've heard the call probably several times and returned to the kingdom, and it almost feels a little bit like being in the abyss, where you're like, okay, what am I here to do? What's the next thing? What am I bringing to the world? What shape, what form does that take? And also, one of the things I'd also say that I've sort of discovered in having these conversations with people, I think the word I'm going to use to describe it is identity. It's not that people don't know who they are. They have a very good sense of self. It is about, however, that what the world requires of you, or how you want to show up in the world now, is different. It's even different to how you were showing up 12 months ago. So it's the combination of, because you could have heard the call, stepped over the threshold, get into the track, and then you suddenly go, oh, hold on a minute, is this the right path? Is this still what I want to do? So it's not just that clean sweep around the archetypal journey. But yeah, there's something there about who we are now, what we are evolving into, what we have evolved into. And I guess another way that it's been expressed is what used to, I'm going to say, what used to excite and delight you no longer does. It's like, yeah, I can still do it. Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. It's good. However, no, God, I was going to say, it doesn't light your fire. I can hear relight my fire now. Was that take that? Yeah. Sorry, I have a jukebox in my head when I'm coaching. If there's something I need to say to a client, particularly if I try to bat it away, I immediately get a song. So it'll either be I'll hear the song or the title or the lyric, but this one was Relight My Fire by Take That. So yeah, it could be that what used to excite you and delight you, it no longer lights your fire. It no longer lights you up. It no longer gives you that surge of energy. And you could keep doing it. However, you feel that there's something different. I'm not even going to say something more, because it's not about more or less. It could just be different. And it could be a different nuance, a different side. Like the client I've just been working with, they've really found their groove now. And they're in the place and the space where they had run a series of workshops. Somebody said, "Oh, are you going to run a workshop for XYZ?" And they went, "Oh, could do. What would you like me to run?" Bang, designed it, ran it. And as those of you who work with me, you know that's how it works for me oftentimes. I'll look at something and go, "Oh, I could do a workshop around that." Or somebody says, "Have you?" And I'm like, boom, 5 minutes later, like, "We're done. Here's where you can sign up. Let's go." And they're turning into that now. They're not a mini me. I don't mean it in that way. They're doing it in their own way. They're doing it in their own style. However, when they describe it, I'm like, yep, that sounds just like me in a good way. So, yeah, it's phenomenal. And oftentimes, all it takes is number one, of course, having the right people around you. And part of it is a sounding board, because some of the sessions we've done over the past 12 months, I've barely said anything. And they've been, and again, I'm smiling to myself because they'll say something, then they'll, like, it's like a mental dialogue. And sometimes I say it out loud and they go, "No, hold on a minute. No, I don't want to do that, do I? No, 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 I could do it like this." And I'm like, "That's so cool." And then at other times I say, "Mary, like part of it is I'm sharing the things that I've done." I was going to say over the last 25 and a half years, it goes way beyond that, because my first event management job was in the late 1980s and early 1990s. So I'm bringing in all of that experience to it as well, in the various industries that I've worked in, because the people in the group are all coming from slightly different places and facets, etc. So yeah, if you would like to bring all of this together and join us, then we would absolutely love to have you. Is there anything else I wanted to show you? What's that one? Sorry, I'm just, you can't always tell when it's tiny. It's a little thumbnail. Let me just see, what does this say? Oh, this is the old one. It's a different URL. What was this? Group online coaching, therapy, account. Oh, so this is what this. I put this together a year ago when I was first putting it together, and I was like, okay, what does it include? Group online coaching, therapy, accountability, idea generation, collaboration, support, feedback, results, and that basically is what it is in a nutshell. And for me, the idea generation piece is that if you're stuck with something, you want another pair of eyes on it, a different perspective, or as I said, that thing where you're saying it out loud or typing it out loud in the chat, and then suddenly you get that light bulb moment, you get the eureka moment. It's an absolute powerhouse. So use the URL going along the ticker tape, marilyn-devonish.thrivecart.com/strategic-growth-circle-invite. And that's where you'll find I think that one I've set it up for $12. It's either going to say $12 or £8.88. And of course, the system is tech savvy enough to figure out what part of the world you are in. But yeah, if you'd like to join us, we would absolutely love to have you. The next one is coming up next Thursday. If you're watching this in real time, that's the 9th of April. And as I said, if you can't make that one, book yourself in anyway, and then I'll send you the next set of dates if you can't make the one that we're doing. Alrighty, well, I shall leave it there. Congratulations again on everything you've achieved to the client I've just been working with over Zoom. And yeah, I look forward to supporting those of you who would like to join us on the next phase of this journey while the 2026 cohort is open. Okay, it's Marilyn Devonish here, the Neuro Success Coach, Rapid Transformation Specialist and Futurist from transformationstm.com. And that's TRANCE, F for Freddy, so FORMATIONS. TM.com, so transformationstm.com. When you land on the website, it's as old as it looks. It was built in 2001. Easiest thing to do, two things I would say. Number one, sign up for the e-newsletter list if you're not already on it, because when I pre-launch things, you get 10% off the things that I pre-launch. If I'm testing new things out, that's where I go from. I used to say guinea pig back in the day, 23 years ago. Now I say test subjects, but I'm often testing things out if I'm bringing something new to the group. So the business in a box strategy sessions that I did for free last week, for example, I'm testing those out because I think it's something that I'm going to bring to the monthly coaching group. So you get first dibs on doing those, and that's often where I draw the test subjects from. you get advanced notifications for things that are coming up and all the rest of it. So sign up for the free e-newsletter list. So you land on transformationstm.com. You'll see that top left, and then a look towards the top of the website, normally top right, and it will say what's new. The what's new is updated every 6 to 8 weeks. The e-newsletter is, you get that several times a month. But if you have a look on the what's new, the things that are currently happening, have a little bit of a scroll in the what's new panel and you'll see them there. All right. And if you know someone who could be a really good fit for this, and you know they could do with a bit of a movement in the right direction, then please feel free to share these details with them and invite them to come and do the session, to it's a full session. We're not scrimping, but you just get a bit of a taste of what it's about, and you can see if it is the right fit for you. Well, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and thank you for sharing. I will catch you later, and I look forward to seeing those of you who I'll be working with next week.